So now we can climb, which means we're gonna do that little jig, and then
oh, surprise, surprise! You gotta use the ability immediately.
Yeah, of course. So these little mushrooms are another kind of unique mechanic of the game that only show up in this location of the game. They pop in and out of their kind of location. They're like little spawn points every time you jump. So you have to kind of alternate your jumps properly so that you don't, you know.
Those mushrooms are trippy. They're not even on any ledges, and they're still sprouting.
Yep. There's another variation of the mushroom here that spawns the next little mushroom flower when you land on the previous one. So this is going to lead us in a very circuitous fashion over towards the...
What the fuck are the mushrooms doing?
It's trying to be confusing. There we go.
Seems like they're purposely trying to mess you up.
Yeah. They're not very helpful.
Yeah, I've had experiences with mushroom men before. They're assholes.
Oh, and these mushrooms right here are blocking instant death lasers.
Okay,
So...
a different variety.
Yeah, so we don't want to mess that up.
Like some evil, like, Mortal Kombat spirit, you know, beam shit right there.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and there was a nice little musical cue for those mushrooms.
Oh, you can use the bash ability on any projectile.
Yeah.
Seems all overpowered if you don't know, man.
It's very useful.
Yeah, you like go through the entire game with that.
Using the bash also resets your double jump.
Okay.
So every time, like if you double jump and then bash an enemy or a projectile, you can do another double jump. Repeat, every time you bash again.
The bash is, an attack you can use against the enemy, right?
Yes.
Okay. The same with the ground pound.
Yeah. The bash itself doesn't do. Like, it does a little bit of damage, but it doesn't do a lot. Oops. Doesn't do a lot of damage directly to enemies. Its offensive ability is mostly used in the fact that you can redirect projectiles or send enemies falling to their doom.
Okay.
Because like if there's like spike pits or something, you can launch an enemy into a spike pit.
I think I've seen a lot of side scrollers where, like, if an enemy falls into a pit of spikes, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, they die. They die in this one.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Thankfully, yeah.
I was smart enough to lead them there. Why don't you just kill them?
Yeah, exactly. No, they definitely die to, like, they die to everything you die to, basically.
That's good.
Except for the projectiles used by these guys, for some reason. They don't seem to have friendly fire, but I think it's the only thing in this game that doesn't.
Are the manual saves, like, what's the limitation there?
There isn't one.
There isn't. You can just save anywhere you want.
You can't save. Well, all right. So there is some limitation. You can't save if there are enemies like really close to you. So like I wouldn't be able to save right here, for instance.
That would be bad.
You can't save if you're on like a moving platform or something. And like saving uses up your energy cells, so if you don't have any energy cells, you can't drop a save either.
Okay. Yeah, there might be problems with some games that you can save while you're like in a fight or near enemies. Because I've had, in like Fallout 3, I had a save file a millisecond before a behemoth was gonna hit me, and so
Yep. Oh,
that's the only save file I had. for that character, and so I tried so hard to move out of the way before, you know, I go hit for that one safe bubble that kept happening.
Yep. Yeah, I have not personally found any sequences where you can like get a save that actively screws you over in this game.
Okay.
Cause like you can save in the middle of these like platforming segments, but you can't like save on one of these moving mushrooms, for instance.
And you couldn't save where the tree was being flooded.
Exactly.
That'd be bad.
Yep. Yeah, for like escape segments, you get an autosave at the beginning of the section, and then you have to get through the entire thing in one shot.
Okay.
Also, we unlocked a secret door, so instead of going across to progress, we're going to see what this secret is. It's another spirit container.
Oh.
A little boring,
Would
actually.
never have guessed it.
Yeah. Unfortunate. So we're gonna hurry up and get back up to where we were. because it was literally the exact same trip that we just made. So here we go. Now we're gonna progress. And we're finally approaching the end of this really weird Misty Woods segment.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good that we're leaving this area because it's starting to creep me out, man. See, there's two faces of that tree right there.
It's also worth
That's
noting.
two more than I should have had.
It's worth noting that I don't show it off in the recording, but if you try to look at the map of this section of the game, there's just nothing on it.
There's no, oh, okay.
There's no map for the Misty Woods while you're still kind of trapped in the haze.
I like it when games kind of do that. Like they screw with like the UI.
Yeah.
Or the menus when they do that. Because one example I like. Have you played Call of Duty Black Ops?
I have not.
Okay, so the main character, he's had his mind messed up with, and so he has tons of numbers being read out to him in his mind, like over. He can't get it out of his head.
Right.
I don't know what they are. I think some sort of like sleeper agent stuff.
Yeah.
And so, as the game progresses, the more intense the numbers get. And so, in the last level of the game, well, normally when you play out through the campaign, you can see your objectives in the pause screen.
Yeah.
But in the last level of the game, when you pause, his objectives are just numbers, which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty clever.
Yes, I know it's not much, but
that's a pretty cool.
Small thing.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
And of course, once you clear out the haze in the Misty Woods, the map does show up.
Okay.
Because there are secrets in this section that you can come back to collect.
Okay.
So the map shows up once you've kind of cleared it out and finished it, which we just did.
Are we bringing life back to this ancient haunted woods?
In a manner, like technically, I guess not really, but we're.
Oh no, this area will forever be a graveyard.
Yeah. We're collecting a key. Yay! The Gumon seal.
I don't know. There are a lot of weird names being, applied to these things that I don't know what they mean.
Well, Gumo was the long-legged character that stole the water vein.
How often did they actually name the characters?
I think that's the last one that gets named in this.
Okay. Well, since there's like no cutscenes or no one saying anything, I'm not really like keeping up with all the character names.
Yeah. So there's the one secret on the far left that I just didn't bother with because I got so annoyed by it. It's actually the secret on the far left end of the Misty Woods is one that specifically has an achievement tied to it. I am.
Oh, because it's so hard.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why it has an achievement tied to it, because it's not like the item itself is not particularly special. It's just another like spirit lake container or ability cell or something. But I guess because it's kind of out of the way and they expect you to, like, if you find it, I guess they kind of expect you to find it while you're in the Misty Woods the first time.
Yeah.
So it has an achievement tied to it for some reason. But you get an upgrade late in the game that lets you go back and get the secret really easily.
Do you normally try to get every achievement in a game?
Only if I really enjoy them.
Okay.
So like
I always do.
Yeah, I've 100%ed Batman Arkham Asylum. I have almost 100%ed like Arkham City and Arkham Origins. Here we go. Bam. I've 100%ed DMC Devil May Cry. I've 100%ed.
Why that one?
I found it fun. That's
okay.
why. Plain and simple. I thought it was a lot of fun to play.
You have just made about a couple of thousand enemies on the internet right now.
Hey, I'm not saying that it's... I'm not saying whether it's better or worse than DMC 3 or 4, but, you know, I thought it was a lot of fun. I 100%ed the first Darksiders. I 100%ed... like, I've almost 100%ed Sonic Generations. So, it depends on if I really enjoy the game. I intend to 100% Deus Ex Human Revolution eventually.
Oh, I know you really like that game, but I'm surprised you haven't completed it completely yet.
I've only actually fully played it, like, 3 times.
Yeah, me too, but I've also, in one of those times, I got all the achievements.
Well, so the first time I played it, it was on the PS3. The second time I played it, it was the normal edition on the PC. And the third time I played it, it was the Director's Cut edition on the PC. And, I don't actually, I straight up missed, one of the side quests when I was playing through, like, the Director's Cut edition. And this is me completely forgetting how to open that door.
Okay.
But, like, there are a lot of things that I still haven't kind of... Like, I spent 40 hours on my last playthrough of Human Revolution, and I still haven't dug all the way into that game, because I like staring at every little piece of scenery, and still somehow manage to miss things, because, you know, that's how I do.
Well, how about trying to do it completely, like, undetected and not have any, not kill anyone?
I want to. I'm not quite good enough at stealth games yet to do that, though. During my Director's Cut playthrough of the game, it took me until I was, like, halfway through the game before I started reliably getting ghost on areas. So, you know, prior to that point, it was like I'd already screwed up getting the Foxiest of the Hounds achievement. So now we're in the second dungeon.
Forlorn Ruins. Oh, we're in a snowy area now.
Yep.
Is this a dungeon or another part of the world map?
Both.
Okay.
I mean, it's separate from the world map, and it functions as a dungeon like the Ginso Tree did.
Oh, is the escape segment here an avalanche?
You will find out.
Or is it that scene from The Day After Tomorrow where everything gets frozen?
It's not quite either of those.
Okay.
So here's the introduction to the unique mechanic of this dungeon. We have these Gumon structures that are around in this dungeon that are kind of all flamey and burning, and when we walk on them while carrying this little light orb, they let us walk along the walls and ceiling.
Change gravity.
Yeah.
Very trippy.
And it also, it will change like the direction of our jump and everything at points as well, which will get used for puzzle solving.
Oh, this looks like a very, very slow Sonic.
It's not speed based, so there is that. Thankfully, you don't have to worry about, you know, suddenly running into spike traps that were off screen.
Oh.
We got through.
Well, I'd rather be hit by spikes and get crushed.
we made it through. It was very close.
Very barely.
Also, handy thing about being on the ceiling, these guys can't hit us because their attacks still arc downward.
Yeah, if you're on the ceiling, a lot of things can't hit you.
Yeah. Darn spiders. F that spider in particular.
They're everywhere, even in frozen tundras.
Yeah, pretty much. F that spider in particular.
Okay, I think... Okay, for the last couple of days, I've been getting more and more bites on my arms, okay? And I think a spider is living in my bed, just taking a chunk out of me every single night I sleep.
It's entirely possible.
So yeah, so now I've started to sleep with a hoodie on, because I need to cover up my arms, I need sleeves.
Spiders are vindictive bastards.
Well, it's either a spider or something, you know.
Something even creepier?
I don't know, something that bites you. That I don't notice when I sleep, but there's more and more bites every day. It's fucking annoying.
You got nasty, creepy crawlies hiding in your room.
Maybe, yeah, they're here in my flat, not paying rent. It's really, it's really bad.
You just gotta. You're gonna see one like hanging out on your bed one day, and you're gonna be like, you're just gonna be staring at it, and just be like, get a job.
No, I'm gonna fucking punch it in the face as soon as I see it.
All right, I got annoyed by dying to that.
Oh yeah, you've lost a lot of progression there.
Well, I'm trying to get the spirit door fragment, and so I'm just gonna say screw using the gravity mechanic. That didn't quite work that time though. That's how I got this spirit door. Like the first time I played this game, I didn't notice the gravity arc changing thing on the upper left that lets us kind of walk along the underside of that pillar above us right now. So
okay.
I didn't know you could just jump along that path. So I was just like, well, I'll just use these projectiles to bash my way over there. And bam.
Yeah, just like with everything, brute force eventually.
Just do it like that, you know, whatever.
Get you through it, yeah.
Bash is the best ability in the game.
Yeah.
Screw using the gravity mechanics to flip myself upside down. I'll just bash it.
Okay, so you have to run along these curved corners to change your gravity.
Otherwise, you well, like first of all, you'd take damage if you're not holding this orb, because these things are on fire as well. And so we're gonna continue along this dungeon next time.